Today I wanted to show you how to do a complete house blessing ritual, because the main thing that people come to the store all the time is about how to sage their house. So I wanted to show you what's in our house blessing kit, because it goes a lot further than white sage. So what we have is, of course, a bundle of white sage, so you can sage the entire house. But before that, what you start with is our 13 herb bath. So you actually do a cleansing ritual of yourself, so that you, I think, you become a clean vessel in which to clean the house. So what you do is you take a little bit of the 13 herb bath, a couple of tablespoons, brew it like you're going to make tea, and pour it into bath water. Now this isn't a bath where you're going to shampoo and suds up and everything. This is more of a ritual bath. So you only do it about ankle length in the water, because you're going to take the water and pour it over the head and begin to get it off the body. What you're doing is cleansing negative energy. Some people use this for an unhexing bath, but it's also going to be to cleanse off negative responses, negative energy that's around you, vibrations. So what you do is, the first thing is take 2 white candles. And here in the kit we have tea lights, because the type of candle doesn't matter. It is the act of stepping through light. So you put a candle on either side of the tub. It can be in the floor, it can be up on the ledge, and then draw your bath water. Put in your herb bath, which you can also put it in directly in the tub by putting it in a muslin bag. We include one of those for you, so you can steep it directly in there and let the tub fill up with it. And then bring a bowl into the bathroom with you from the kitchen, and then you take your ritual bath, cleansing all the negativity off of you. Don't let the water out. Take the bowl that you brought from the kitchen and collect a little bit of the bath water. Set it aside, and then you can let the water out, towel dry like you normally would. Then take that bowl of water that you've collected outside and throw it to the direction of the sunset. So sunrise is for if you wanted something to come into your life, you would throw it to the sunrise. We're going to throw it to the sunset, so you get something out of your life, which is whatever the negativity was. So it doesn't have to be at sunset if you can't schedule it that way. Just know which direction is east and west in your yard. Preferably, it's best to get it off of your property. It's not going to hurt to put it onto the neighbor's yard, but it's like getting that energy off of your surrounding. So the next thing you do is, we have some house blessing powdered incense. So you're going to light that. A lot of people have never used powdered incense. So the way that you use it is, you sort of just pinch it into a little cone, light it, blow it out, and it'll continue to smolder. And it has essential oils in it that are meant for house blessing. It has sage and cedar, all sorts of things like that. You're going to let that keep going. You're going to take a little bit of our house blessing oil, which is the St. Joseph house blessing oil, with our Spirit Essentials line. And in the kit comes a black candle and a white candle. So what you're going to do is take the black candle and anoint it with the house blessing oil. So the way you would do this, because the black candle is supposed to absorb negativity. When you want something to get away from you, you will anoint it downwards. So you're anointing it down to get it off of you. And you set this aside and burn this candle. Let it burn down. In the kit we also have a candle holder, so you don't have to worry about buying one of those. So you're lighting that and letting it going, and then you're going to light your white sage, which I had a lighter right here. Here we go. I like to use an abalone shell. You can use an old plate around the house, an old saucer, an old ashtray that you stuck under the cabinet, because hardly anyone smokes anymore. And just light your white sage. this is what a lot of people ask questions about. How do I do sage? Well, you light it and then blow it out, which creates smoke. I find it's easier if you'll kind of separate it a little bit, take the string off. And when you sage a house, I prefer to start at the back of the house. If it's 2 stories, start in the second level, the farthest room that's away from the front door. Go around every single wall, up in the corners. Some people go in drawers. Some people choose to open the windows so the energy can escape. I usually like to chase the energy all the way out to the front door. So go down every room, all around, once again, every single room, all around all the walls, up in the corners, in the drawers, in the closets, till you go into the next room. And then you do this all the way till you go out the front door and then sage the porch or the patio. Now, if you're someone who uses the back door as your front door, then go at the back door because it's energetically your front door. So after you've saged everything, I'm going to make sure I'm doing this in order. There are 4 crystals in your kit. 4 quartz crystals. So what you're going to do is take those crystals and anoint them once again with the house blessing oil. You can either place them at the 4 corners of the inside of your house, not in a room, but whatever rooms create the circumference of, the barrier of the house. Or you can go outside and bury them at the 4 corners of the house down in the ground. So that creates a field around the house of protection, of blessing. You might bury them at the 4 corners of your property if you want to go that much further. You could even continue to sage out into the yard all around the property and bury them there. So you take what's left of your 13-yard bath, because there's going to be some left in the package, and we've included a white bag. People use like a gree bag, a mojo bag. You take what's left in there and tie it up in here. If you want to write out a prayer or a blessing or something, you can put it in there with it. Rub a little bit of the house blessing on the outside of the bag and keep this bag near your front door. Some people may hang it up on the edge. You can also use the house blessing oil as you go around the house after you've saged it. Some people will take it just a little bit on the edge of your finger and go around the window frames and the door frames of every room. So when your black candle has completely finished burning, what we're going to do is take the white candle, anoint it with the same oil, house blessing oil, say a prayer to bring in light into the house, to get rid of any negativity, to seal in good vibes, good energy, and to not let anything negative back into the house. So once you've finished that, that is the extent of everything you have to do. Now you can keep the oil and use it around the house when you feel like the energy needs a little bit of oomph. And of course you can always sage again. But this is a way to do a complete ritual where you are a clean vessel, cleansing your house, cleansing your property, locking it down with protection. And we have all this on the Aroma Gregory website. There's a house blessing kit. Or you may just choose to do the white sage and the oil. That's totally up to you. So, well, thanks for watching, and happy house blessing.